This is an All Ears English podcast, episode 942. Have a blast with Lindsay and Michelle today.
Welcome to the All Ears English podcast. Downloaded more than 50 million times, we believe in connection, not perfection. With your American hosts, Lindsay McMahon, the English adventurer, and Michelle Kaplan, the New York radio girl, coming to you from Boston and New York City, USA. And to get your transcripts delivered by email every week, go to allearsenglish.com/subscribe. There are so many ways you can use the word blast in English. Find out how you can use it to add some energy to your language today.
Hey, Lindsay, how's it going?
Hey, Michelle, it's going so well.
That's great. That's great. So, oh my gosh, it sounds like you had the best time in Japan.
I had such a good time in Japan. It was so fun to meet our listeners and hang out with them and, help them try to reach that confidence, right? Bring out that inner confident person when it comes to speaking English. I think we got there for many of them. It was such a cool thing. Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like you had a blast.
Yes, an absolute blast.
That's great. That's great. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And can't wait to hear more. That's great. That's great. And I can't wait to see pictures too.
Oh my gosh, we have a lot of pictures. So we'll try to put those on our website soon and I'll show them to you, Michelle. They're good.
Can't wait. Can't wait. All right, so let's jump into it. So I said to you, I bet you had a blast.
Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm.
Did that sound natural to you, or was that like, I don't know?
It did sound natural. Like, I feel like this phrase has kind of been like a timeless phrase. I feel like it's been used to like in the 80s, the 90s, today,
Oh, interesting. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I guess it's a timeless, it's a classic. So it's a good thing we're talking about this because our listener happened to ask us a question about this phrase.
Yeah, I think this listener actually asked this question inside our app review section. So thank you to this listener for reviewing our app, guys. And if you haven't tried our app yet, go over to allearsenglish.com/bonuses. We are going to be making some very cool updates in the next month or so, guys. So be ready for that. And thanks to this listener. Should I read the question, Michelle?
Go for it.
Okay. So I love to listen to your lessons every day. You are awesome. There's the awesome word, right? That we talked about earlier in the week. Yeah. And you make me feel that to miss some words doesn't make me a silly person. Awesome. Even though I'm so hard on myself when I can't understand something after working in an English office for 2 years, and I'm still struggling. Okay. I have a question about how to use the sentence, I have a blast, and the expression, you could get blasted. I think they're so different even when they have similar words. Also, what do you think could be a good exercise to improve only speaking, even though I speak English every day, I'm still so insecure and afraid? Okay. Okay.
Well, thank you for this question. And I'm sorry to hear, we definitely want to build your confidence.
Yeah, I mean, what can we say to this listener, first of all, to feel a little bit better about speaking, Michelle?
I mean, I think it really comes down to connection, not perfection, right?
Yeah.
To help try and reduce your fears. Like, that's what this is all about. I mean, just realize that, okay, not every word, like if there's a mistake, that's okay. Like your goal is to connect with people and to keep that in mind. And really that's what this show is about. Don't you think, Lindsay?
Yeah, I think so. And the other thing is get involved with one of our live events. We just did our live event in Tokyo and we've got the summer programs, immersion programs coming up in Boston and New York. Go to allearsenglish.com/immersion. I mean, the thing with these events is that we put you through a very intensive weekend that's designed to let you see yourself as a confident speaker because you do so much that you don't have time to get nervous when you speak and you have that direct contact with native speakers. But it's not just about that weekend. It's about what happens after, because at that point you are ready, you're confident, you're thinking differently about your English. So you're going to start a new plan. You're going to, for example, some students decided to go ahead and take action on things that they had been thinking about, like signing up for seminars. after our event in Tokyo because they had that newfound burst of confidence. So it's more about what happens after the event, but it puts you on the right track for your English.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think that is such a good idea, Lindsay. Just, being able to spend so much time speaking the language that you don't even have time to be nervous. That I really like that.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing. I remember one of our listeners in the October event said that he called his wife back home in Korea. He got on the phone with her in the middle of the program and he just started speaking in English right away to her because he forgot that he was,
wow.
It was just so funny how naturally after just a few days, English can start coming out of our mouths and we feel so good with the language.
That is amazing. That's a great story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so cool.
Yeah. I mean, and also, try and find a conversation partner. You could go to meetups, I always say just make sure that you get out and do things, right? So you have many different opportunities to connect with people. It might be that you go to one event and you don't talk to anybody and you feel shy. Okay. So go to another one, don't try and don't take yourself too seriously. Just get out and try and make connections. I mean, there have definitely been many times in my life where I've gone to different things and I didn't really make connections and, and then you just go. And then another thing is if you go to something like some event or some meetup, keep going. If you go the first time and you feel I felt shy or nervous, just keep going because nothing's going to happen after the first time, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Give yourself a chance.
Right. And just let go of your inhibitions. Just try for 10 minutes a day, just speak without worrying.
I love that idea, Michelle. Yes.
Yeah. Just say, I'm going to just not worry for at least 10 minutes a day.
Interesting. Maybe we'll play around with that idea on another episode. How that could work. Right.
I like it. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So let's get into the second part of the question. Okay. So this was about, have a blast and you could get blasted. Okay. So I had a blast or it was a blast. What does that mean, Lindsay?
It just means it's a way of saying you had a really great time. So it sounds really natural and it's a way of really emphasizing the experience was awesome. It was amazing.
Awesome. All right.
Use awesome again.
Exactly. So you could say, oh, I had a blast at the party. The music was exactly my taste.
Yeah.
Right. Good. So I had a blast. Yes. I had a great time. Okay.
Guys, listen up. If you're taking the IELTS exam, then you don't want to miss our free webinar on Wednesday, May 9th, because we'll show you the writing secrets that get you the 7 or higher. Plus, we'll have a special offer at the end for anyone who attends live. Hurry and sign up now because spots are filling up. Go to allearsenglish.com/writing.
Okay. Now let's go over to you could get blasted or get blasted. So
I don't really know about this. Can you teach us about this one, Michelle? Because
well, I had to really look into this a little bit. I mean, I've heard it used in a couple different ways. So for example, my dad uses this to talk about getting yelled at. Somebody blasts someone, yells at someone. I'm not sure really. But so for example, she blasted him when he told her he cheated on her. So, but I don't know that this is used that frequently in that way. Have you heard it like that, Lindsay?
No, I think I've heard about it more in the second one that we're going to mention in just a minute. But I guess it makes sense. It's different ways to say you got reprimanded.
Right. Yeah. So in the dictionary, it did say one of the definitions, I was excited because I found it, and it's a severe reprimand, right? So I guess that's the way that my dad is using it.
Okay. Everybody has their personal style, right, of language. So
that's right.
Personal choices.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the other way, Lindsay?
Well, to get drunk, right? So saying something like, oh, he got blasted. He had 8 bottles of beer. It was so embarrassing.
Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know. Would you use this in that way, Lindsay?
I guess so. I guess you could. If there are a lot of ways. We could do a whole nother episode on how to say that someone is drunk. There are actually so many ways to say that someone got drunk. So that would have to be for another day, but I guess you could say it. Sure.
Yeah. I don't know that I would say it like this, but like I've heard it.
Yeah.
I think, another episode on that would be a good idea, but that's another meaning, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And just a couple quick other definitions of this is like an explosion or a loud sound, right?
Yeah.
So like there was a huge blast and I saw my dishwasher was on fire.
Yeah. Or this could be used when, people are like digging in the ground, like in the earth, like building tunnels or something. They might have like a blast where they're blasting out stuff. Actually like blasting out earth and building highways and stuff,
Right. Tunnels. Right. And then this other one is, I don't know. I remember this a lot as a teenager, like talking about another like specific loud sound. So like, don't blast your music late at night, or the music was blasting.
This also makes me think of when I was a teenager, kids would always have like loud music in their car,
Yep.
It's so annoying.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. That is exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, and like some people would be so cool, and they like my brother, for example. He is kind of an engineer. Well, he is an engineer now, but he was kind of always thinking technically. So we installed this crazy system in the back of his car for a couple of years, where like my neighbor, when my brother would drive down the street, my neighbor's like shelves would shake in her house.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh!
Because he had
that's
this,
really
like,
blasting
bass in his car. But teenagers, especially boys, will do that in high school. They'll get this crazy system in the back of their car and like blast music all over town. Right.
I love it. So so a lot about sounds, right? So, and then also there was one I found in the dictionary, and this sounds natural to me, is a strong gust of wind or air. So what could you say, Lindsay?
So you could say, the air conditioning was blasting, so I had to put on my sweater.
Yeah. I would say that.
Yeah, for sure. It was on high and it was coming out really, really strong, like on the New York City subway in the summertime, right? For sure.
Right. Definitely. So guys, there are a lot of meanings of the word blast, even more that I mentioned, but I wanted to focus on a few. But I think this is a really dynamic, good word. I mean, it kind of like, I don't know, it almost like kind of wakes you up,
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So let's give it a try.
Okay. So what's going on here in this role play, Michelle?
In this role play, we are two friends who run into each other at the ice skating rink.
Oh, that's nice. Are you a good ice skater? I'm terrible.
No, are you?
No. I have the worst ankles ever. Completely floppy ankles, and
Me too.
I always fall over. Yeah.
Oh, no. It's a good thing we're not called All Ankles English. It would be terrible.
All Ankles English. Good one.
Bum. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm feeling crazy today. Okay. So, all right. We're at the ice skating rink, and we're both ice skating around with our flappy ankles, and here we go.
Hey, Michelle. Long time no see.
Wow, isn't this a blast from the past? Lindsay, hey!
I saw on Facebook that you took a trip recently. How was it?
Oh, it was a blast. Thanks. Boom!
What was that? That was a huge blast. Oh no, the Zamboni broke down. I guess we have to get off the ice.
Oh no. All right. So, well, I mean, anyway, my trip was great. My friend got blasted though on the last night. We had to stay in the hotel because she was sick.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh man. The AC is blasting. I'm freezing in here.
It is an ice skating rink.
I know. Wait, why is the AC on in an ice skating rink? Oh, I see what you mean. I see. Got it. Yes. Got to keep the building cold, right? Yes.
Okay. I've been trying to get a little bit more creative with my role plays.
You are. I like the role plays here, Michelle. This is good.
Thank you, Lindsay. Soon I'm going to start writing movie scripts.
That's your next career.
About Zambonis. What is a Zamboni, Lindsay?
Oh, so in case our listeners don't know, so the Zamboni is the thing that goes around and smooths out the ice at an ice skating rink, right?
Yeah, so you kind of have to get out of the way.
Yeah, you have to get off the ice, right?
Yep, so that I can go fix the ice because everybody's been skating on and it's all rough and, you need the smooth surface. Okay. Right. So let's go through. So obviously I can't imagine a conversation which we would say blast that many times. But I mean, why not? I mean, you could get enthusiastic. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
you started by saying, isn't this a blast from the past? Wow.
So that's a bonus phrase. I love that one. What is that? Means,
so it's like we haven't seen each other in a while. And you're like, wow, like maybe we were friends like 15 years ago or something. And we're seeing each other. So it's like a blast from the past. You know, it's like, whoa, isn't this a blast from the past? Hey, what's up?
Right. I think this is used pretty frequently. What do you think?
I would say I heard it more like in the 90s.
I'm stuck in the 90s, I guess.
Yeah. I haven't used it lately, but definitely it's a phrase that we could use for sure.
Yeah. Right. So just something that's like comes to your memory, like you're seeing something or someone you haven't seen them in a while. So yeah, maybe you're looking through old 90s movies and you were like, hey, I forgot about that one, right? That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, great. And then you asked about my trip and I said it was a blast. So basically I had a great time, right?
Yeah, that's good. I would definitely use that. And then you said my friend got blasted though on the last night.
Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot one. I didn't underline one part. So there was a there was a boom. And you said, what was that? There was a huge blast. So a huge noise or like kind of an explosion.
Yeah, for sure. So a big explosion, boom, a blast. Oh, wow. Yeah, there are so many different meanings for the word blast.
It's kind of tricky, actually.
Yeah, but that's okay. Our listeners can grab one. You know, guys, grab one here. You don't need to do them all and try it out.
Exactly.
So you said your friend got drunk. She got blasted the last night.
Yeah. And then you said, oh man, the AC is blasting. I'm freezing in here.
Yeah. It means it's coming out strong.
For sure. Love it. Okay. So yeah, you know, we used blast in many different ways in this role play. And, you know, I think it's a good word to play around with. And I like Lindsay's idea of you don't have to use every single one of them now. Choose a couple that you like.
Yeah, exactly. Choose one, choose two, and just try it out. You know, just use it. I think language learning is like experimentation a little bit. You got to have a little bit of experimenting, guys. Take some chances. That's how we expand our vocabulary.
Right. Definitely. You know, listen to what's around you and, you know, just, you know, you can see from this show, you know, so many words have so many different meanings and, you know, try and add a few to your repertoire.
Sounds good to me, Michelle. Good one. And it's always about connection, not perfection. That's what we're keeping in mind as we're expanding our vocabulary, guys.
All right. Awesome. I love it. Well, this has been a blast, Lindsay.
Has been a total blast. Thanks, Michelle.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. And thank you, Lindsay.
All right, Michelle. I'll see you very soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks so much for listening to All Ears English. And if you need a 7 or higher on your IELTS exam to achieve your life vision, then our Insider Method can get you there. Start with our free video series masterclass. Get video 1 now at allearsenglish.com/INSIDER. And if you believe in connection, not perfection, then subscribe to our show on your phone or on your computer. See you next time.